Okay, we are cracking.
Oh, you got the glasses on now? That's cool. That's cool.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you for just hopefully my mic is coming through. I want to thank you guys for giving me the time to come out and talk to you. Again, what
Oh, no problem, Steve. No problem, Steve.
Thank you for coming out. We're doing really raw. As I talk to you guys, what I'm trying to do is put together.
Are you recording it right now? Oh, okay.
What I'm trying to do is put together some questions and answers for my students and for anyone that's in the industry that wants to get an idea about opening up a salon and what it takes to make it happen. That being said, I know you guys are both really gifted in the area of your hands and the tools and the stuff that you do behind the chair, but what we want to talk about today is more about the business side of this industry, kind of what drove you to open up the salon, those kind of things, and what's motivating you from a business side. So we'll start with this.
First things first, don't do it. Just kidding.
Was owning a salon, because was owning a salon always the goal? And that's a question for both of you guys.
Let Uncle Paul start.
Actually, this is my second salon. I had a salon before, and I had it for 3-4 years, and it was a lot of hard work, like working 6 days, 7 days. So I had a good run, but like after 3-4 years, I decided to not do that anymore. And before, till I met Brenton, I didn't really want to do that again, owning a salon again. But then meeting like a talented, young, motivated person, want me to go into business again. So here we go.
Let me ask you this, was your first salon, was it a booth rent, commission, how large, how small?
It was half and half.
Okay.
So there was 3 booth renters and then 4 commission people.
Okay.
So it was mixed salon.
And that was just your salon?
It was just my salon, yes.
Brenton, what drove you to want to get into the ownership side?
I gotta say it happened really, really fast. I always had a dream of owning a salon. I think any student out of beauty school has that dream, right? It's almost like, oh, when you get out of school, what are you gonna do? It's like, I want to own a salon. So it was always a thought. I didn't think it would happen so soon. When I actually decided to open this salon, I was 22 years old. And I told myself I was always kind of like a business person at heart. In high school, I was the guy who was selling gummy bears and chips to everybody. So I was always, a business person at heart. So I didn't think it would happen so soon. I told myself I was going to be behind the chair for maybe about 6 years and then open up a salon, but it actually happened within 3 years. So yeah, it's always been a goal. And I feel like after I got into the industry and found out exactly what I wanted to do, it actually happened faster than I thought. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, but that being said, you had a 6-year goal. It ended up happening in 3.
Yep.
Did you have the process laid out in your head, or did it just kind of come together, or did me and Paul you guys merged, since he had already owned the salon, he kind of had the format that kind of made it work for you guys together?
Yeah, so actually me and Paul, we worked in the same salon for about 3 years right next to each other. And yeah, I knew he had history on owning salons before, so I thought it was going to be good for both of us to kind of merge together. I was always a creative person. I know he already kind of had a business mindset as well. So it was actually a perfect match. Now look at us, we're husband and wife.
I'm the husband, right?
How has the partnership worked? Seeing how you both of you guys are behind the chair, how has the partnership worked?
I think it's working out great. Cause personality,
Good.
I think that has to do a lot, and it has to be like two people have to like each other, and has to be a nice person to work with.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's good because we're both behind the chair and we work in here 5 days a week, and we're open 6 days a week. So we're both on-site managers at the same time as being behind the chair. So not only can we help our stylists technical-wise, but we can help them on the business side as well, because we're both here, from when we open to when we close, just because we choose to. But we don't choose to be here for the rest of our life behind the chair working. So that's the reason why. Of course, I feel like when you open a salon, it's not to work, your butt off all day, every day. So now our goal is to grow the stylists who can, help run this business as well.
Okay. Well, now you brought up an interesting point. That being said, you say you don't choose to be here forever. spend in the salon? Is there, 10, 15, 20 years? What year, what age you want to retire? What retirement looks like for you? Have you thought about that yet?
Oh yeah. Uncle Paul.
Actually, we've been talking about that a lot. Actually, so like we set up a good system, salon system. So we like to run a system-driven business rather than the person-driven business. So get the system together, so we don't have to be here all the time. So we're just really working hard for that right now.
So
Brenton?
when do you want to retire, Uncle Paul?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I think no matter what, I'm going to be behind the chair. But I don't want to have to be behind the chair. So at some point, I want my passive income to make more than my active income. And I feel like that's for any business owner. If that ain't your goal, then don't go into business. Would you agree? So as far as retirement, I have many years to go. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I love what I do so much. We'll see what happens.
Have you strategically started to put money away to design your exit strategy outside of the salon?
That's a trick question, huh? Because you trying to have me promote you. So yeah, I got all my savings set up. Mr. Steve Ellis got me set up with some savings, and we started that soon, right? I mean, not soon, a long time ago. I would say my first year out of beauty school, got that set up. My life insurance, everything saved. Save money, save your tips. I would say ever since I've been on the floor as a stylist, I've saved at least $5 of tips a day. And I haven't missed not one day. So, of course, saving money, you always got to plan for the future. Uncle Paul.
I mean, you always have to save money for the future. And we actually kind of like setting up a system so we could have a second salon and third salon in the future. So we're actually working on that system right now.
When it comes to your systems and your strategies, was that something that you guys have come up independently, or was the partnerships that you guys have with some of the color companies, some of the haircutting companies, was that something that they helped implement in, or was that something you guys created on your own?
I think we both have kind of a good business knowledge about how to run a salon, which we both came into, but that wasn't our forte. So we actually did have some consultants who came in and really helped us set up systems to really have a really successful business. So we know what we know as far as like running the salon and stuff like that, and the business side. Of course, we know our bills got to get paid, but to really have, structure in the salon as far as everything from the assistants to the front desk to checking out clients, greeting the clients, really having everything on point 100%, so everything can just flow smoothly.
When it comes to your team, and I'm talking about now your team of stylists, how do you look at and evaluate young stylists? When you're looking at a stylist and they come and say, okay, hey, I'd love to work in your salon, what kind of, not necessarily interview questions, but what kind of drive things are you looking for in them that gives you an idea if they can do the work and kind of hang in this business?
You wanna go first? The first thing I look at is if they're nice. That's it. I feel like if they're a nice person, technical skill can be taught. Of course, I got to be somewhat good at doing hair, but that's the first thing. Are they nice people? Can they communicate with the stylist? Are they going to be walking around here with their head down, not talking to anybody? Because that's completely opposite of who I am. So I feel like as long as you have an environment with nice people, and people are kind of drawn to that and they want to be around people like that. Of course, they have to look good. Hairstylists have to look good from head to toe. We don't like people who come in and, they come to an interview and look a hot mess. I have a saying that you can't make cheese, you can't make money or cheese if you look like a cracker. So of course, if they're nice people, they look good, they look like a hairstylist, I feel like they'll help us draw new customers to our business. Uncle Paul.
Just like Brenton said, nice person who looks the part. That's pretty much it, and the confidence. Yeah.
But of course, But of course, when they do come in and interview, we do have them do technical work. So we make sure we watch them do a haircut or a color just to kind of see where they're at. And of course, if we know they have some skill and we can build upon that, then we feel they'll be a good fit for the salon. So it's not saying when they come in here, we don't watch them do hair. Of course we do.
They got to have the skill, the technical skills. To kind of
Yeah, that's
follow
kind
Yep.
of even.
Yeah. Yeah.
You, guys, I know you guys talk about another salon, 5 years, 10 years. Have you thought about the time frame for when the next one was going to open?
Paul.
I don't know. We always like talk about it. We really don't have the time frame, but hopefully like maybe like 2-3 years.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, about 2 to 3 years. So what we're doing here now is just really, really building a solid structure and foundation here in this salon so that we can take it to the next salon. I feel like if you don't have it figured out at the first place, then don't open up a second place because you won't have it figured out at the second place either. So we're going to really get it figured out here and then move on. And we ain't going to settle for just 2. Why not 3? Why not 4?
Is there a chain salon that you guys are trying to pattern yourself after? Is there a salon that you kind of said, you know, this place kind of is kind of how I envision what we're going to do later on?
I mean, we try to learn from everybody. So we go to other salons, like check out how they do it, talk to like a lot of successful owners and stuff. So like, I guess everybody, all the like successful salon owners and yeah.
Yeah, that's actually one thing I've done ever since I've been out of school is always talk to different, not only hairdressers, but business owners and visited a lot of salons all over the country. But when I do see chains, I feel like chains, they are good, but I don't think I would ever want my business to really be a chain, like a McDonald's, only be like a franchise. Only because we want to kind of keep the really high quality. And I feel like when you start really getting into more of the franchising, it's so many different businesses that you can't really keep up with. And the quality of the service kind of drops, I feel like. So if we can have maybe 3 really nice, higher end, really taking care of the customer salons, that would be ideal. Yeah.
Both of you guys have done a lot of traveling, been around the business for a while. What have you noticed or seen industry-wise in talking to, you know, both of you guys have mentioned you've talked to a lot of different owners, a lot of different business people. What kind of things have they deposited in you, or have they told you that have rung true and you've held on to, that have kind of developed what you want to be individually and also what you want to do as a business?
Sorry, one more time with the question.
What have you heard from, or what have you, in talking to other stylists, what have they said to you that you can remember? Okay, this guy said this guy said that kind of has held true to you.
Kind of makes sense to you.
Yeah, that made sense to you and said, okay, I can see how I can apply that and make that work for me.
Yeah, go ahead first.
Work ethic. And what else? Like so many things. Want to help me out with this?
Yeah, I mean there's so many things. I kind of pick up a little bit of everything from everybody, and I really like to follow and watch people who I want to be like. So I look at, you see Vidal Sassoon or Paul Mitchell and stuff like that. Just the fact how much they really love their craft and really applied it, in their everyday life as far as how can they be better and grow in what they did. And you'll always see, even people who I talk about, it was never always about the money. They just did what they loved to do, and they always wanted to help people, and their company just flourished. So I would say that's one thing. If I am looking at people and I want to be like, I see that about them.
Just like Brenton said, work hard, but like work smart. And don't chase money, chase your passion. Have fun while you're doing it.
Dang, that sounded good.
Last question. Networking in this business. It's an interesting concept because I go out and talk to a lot of salon owners, and you know about certain people based on their reputation, but you may not get a chance to meet them. How do you feel about networking in this particular industry? I mean, I know there aren't a lot of events or things where, other than a hair show every 6 months, that's about the only kind of networking that goes on. What kind of things would you like to see more in stylists getting together and sharing ideas and being able to open up and talk to each other a little bit more?
I think networking is huge, and that's one thing I always do, and you can never really stop doing in this industry. Every single person I've met since I've been out of school, I would say even in school, that I've got their business card, I have every single one of them. I'm talking about a big old box full of business cards, just because you never know who you might meet and what they might do that can help you. So events, we always try to have events where we're even inviting the local salons in the area. I feel like just positive energy will help everybody grow, you know. Having events where everybody can inspire each other, inviting different beauty schools, and everybody just coming together and let's, you know, make a difference in the community. I feel like not only one person can do it to really take the hair industry to a whole nother level. It has to be a team, you know, a team effort of everybody putting in, you know, effort to take it to a whole nother level. So networking, keeping in contact with different makeup artists, photographers, whoever can help you in the industry that you're in is huge and important.
I'll check my thought. Take your time. Take my time.
Look at all these business cards. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this.
You got them all plugged in somewhere?
Kinda. I gotta throw this in my, yep.
Like any business, like most important thing is like a human side of the business, right? So like treat people like how you want to be treated. I think that's, you know, whenever you meet anybody, so you don't know who you are meeting, who you are talking to. So be nice to everybody you meet, you know. I think that's like pretty much what network is,
Right.
you know. And then I think that's most important side of the business, that networking
Gotcha.
and the human part.
And that's not only with your peers, but also with your clients.
Everybody, everything.
Yeah.
Last thing, parting words for our young and up. Anything you want to say to the directors about how to get there, you know, make sure they got it going?
Oh, let me. No, yeah, I'm just kidding. Last words, yeah, just it's all about education. If you want to be a salon owner, or if you want to just be a stylist behind the chair, if you want to do set work, be an educator, it all starts with education. So no matter what, continue to educate yourself, stay at hair shows, continue to network like we talked about, and just be a nice person. You know, I feel like as long as you're nice and you continue to network, that will always take your business to a whole nother level. And also visit brentonlee.com and brentonleesalon.com and check us out. No, Uncle Paul.
Sometimes it gets tough. It's not an easy industry, so don't get discouraged. And it's like, you know, just keep working for your dream.
Excellent. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time.
Thank you.
to come down with my students.
Yeah.